All right, hello. Let's get started. Welcome to our first customer webinar from Boopsie for Libraries. This is engaging your diverse community with an app in their native language. My name is Brian Murray. I am the Senior Account Manager here at Boopsie for Libraries, and thank you very much for joining me here today. We're going to be conducting these customer webinars every 2 weeks on the first and third Wednesday of each month at the same time, 1 p.m. Eastern. And the first one each month will cover a product that we offer. And for the second webinar, I'm going to discuss different tools to help market and promote your library app. The next scheduled webinar will take place Wednesday, December 18th at 1 p.m. Eastern. And that one is Marketing Your Library App 101, Tips and Tools for Effective Promotion. So please keep an eye out in the customer newsletters, announcement emails, and on our website as well for each new webinar topic. We're also going to keep an archive of each webinar recording in case you missed anything or want to go back. Just go to the customer resources section on our website, boopsie.com. And I'm going to try to keep these to about 15 minutes, leave a little bit of time for questions at the end, try to get them all under 30 minutes for you. So today I'm talking about how Boopsie for Libraries can help improve your app if your library serves a diverse community. The best way to engage your community, patrons, and students is, of course, in their native language. And the Boopsie platform is built to quickly and easily offer multiple languages to your patrons. So why is it important to engage a multilingual community? I'm going to first start by scaring you a little, giving you some overwhelming numbers, while reminding you that the recording of these webinars will be archived on our website, in case you want to go back. But please don't leave. So here's a few quick statistics that demonstrate the importance of providing information and resources in multiple languages to your patrons. And as all of you know, it's increasingly crucial to offer this content with a mobile solution as well. So in 2013, 82% of smartphone users' time interacting with media will be via mobile apps. And Americans spend an average of 94 minutes a day using mobile apps. You really can't afford not to make your library accessible to everyone. We also found some surprising information about multilingual use and technology preferences in different market segments. It's important to note here that the number of children who speak a language other than English is increasing. It's also important to note, or just kind of remember how non-native English speakers access the web, and that this is only going to increase. This is also true among the youth market as well, two kind of segments that are typically underserved in libraries. I have one more statistic here. According to the latest census, rates of smartphone adoption for U.S. Asian and Hispanic populations outpaced all other demographic groups in 2012. We took a look at 3 different communities that happen to use Boopsie mobile apps and the different languages spoken in these communities. So you can see here in Los Gatos, California, and in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, about 25 to 30% of their community speaks a language other than English as their primary language. But in a city like San Jose, California, where I live, it's over 50%. So if you haven't already, I definitely recommend taking a look at your community's population on USA.com, where you can see this exact breakdown. You may be ignoring a large section of your patrons through your mobile app, and this will give you a great idea of what languages you should translate your app to. Here's a quick testimonial from one of our customers, Jeremy Graybill of Multnomah County Library in Portland, Oregon. Multnomah is one of the busiest libraries in the country, and 13% of Portlanders do not speak English as their primary language. it's just imperative that a library with a pretty diverse community like Portland meets the needs of patrons whose native language is not English, as well as language students, foreign students, bilingual citizens that have been typically underserved by traditional library services. And the ALA even says that it is the responsibility of libraries to provide an equitable level of service to all members of their communities, and providing library materials for ethnic, cultural, and linguistic groups should not be seen as an additional or extra service, but as an integral part of every library's services. So here are a few screenshots of Multinoma's app, just showing how easy it is for your patrons to access different languages using our multilingual functionality. From the home screen of the app here, you simply click on the menu button, which is at the top right of the screen, and depending on what type of device your patron is using, they will either choose the appropriate language from the home screen or be taken to another page like you see here on an iPhone. And Multnomah County's app, as you can see, is available in Spanish, Chinese, Vietnamese, and Russian. Once you click one of these languages, it'll take you right back to the home screen and then translate it there in Spanish. And I wanted to show you what it looks like in Chinese as well. So it's very easy for your multilingual patrons to use, and it upholds the integrity of the app's look and feel, which it still looks great. So since we started offering multilingual functionality earlier in the year, we found that the libraries that have implemented it have already gotten just great traction. So 11% of Arapaho Library's transactions were done in Spanish and Russian, the two languages that they translated their app to. A new customer of ours, Pasadena Public Library in Texas, which their app kind of recently went live, have already had 10% of their entire catalog searches performed by multilingual users. And here are the percentages of queries performed with the Multnomah mobile app broken down by those 4 languages. Okay, let me walk you through the process of translating your mobile app into as many languages as you need. The first thing to keep in mind is really anything is doable. There is no limit to the languages that you can offer in your app. The first step, we will send you easy-to-use templates that also include sample translations, and you will provide us with the translations for each language you want to add. So not only is this a great way to engage with volunteers in your community or even members of your staff who may be able to read and write in other languages, but it's a much better solution than any translation software that we could get or you could get, and it'll be a lot more accurate to the specific dialect of your community, which differs from region to region, of course. And here's an example of the spreadsheet we would send you. Includes those sample translations on the right to get you started. And just to let you know, it is really not a very big project we found from the libraries who have done this already. Not a very big project on your end. Typically only takes a couple of hours of translation work, and we try to make it as easy as possible for the translator with the columns you see here, English on the left and Spanish or any other language you need on the right. Just let us know what languages you need, and we send the templates right over already, with your channels included. We then will implement a test menu. Once our customer service team has thoroughly tested the translation, you get to test, approve, and then your mobile app is now live. Multilingual mobile app is now live. So here's an example of Arapaho Library District's mobile app. I really like what they've done. They add a notification bar at the top of the screen, letting their patrons know that there are other languages available. and something to keep in mind when you add multilingual to your app. So adding multilingual functionality does have tremendous value. You're probably wondering there's little to no cost involved, depending on what kind of package you're on right now, what feature set you currently have. And again, you can add as many languages as you like. So it's another great way to increase circulation at your library and increase the usage and downloads of your library mobile app on smartphones and tablets. A great marketing piece as well when talking about the mobile app you have for your library. All right, so that brings us to the end of our very first customer webinar. Thank you very much for joining me. I'd be happy to answer any questions that you have. And just, but feel free, my contact information is right there. And please reach out if you do want to see if multilingual is already part of your feature set, and if not, what the cost would be to upgrade. This is our website, boopsie.com/customer-webinars, to see the schedule for upcoming webinars, and we're going to continue to update the archive of recordings as well. The next webinar, Marketing Your Library App 101, Tips and Tools for Effective Promotion, will be on Wednesday, December 18th at 1 p.m. Eastern. So thanks again. There are a couple questions here, so I'll just go in basically alphabetical order and take you off mute. So the first one is from Brent. Brent, did you have a question? Okay, it looks like you did ask it here as well and said, who should you contact to determine if this is part of your feature set? Again, just contact me. My information is right there, and it will also get sent out after the webinar. Easy to check. Pedro asked, do you have customers in Latin America? I don't believe we do actually yet. So that is a great question, and I don't believe we do. We are international. We do have customers in Canada and New Zealand, Australia, and the UK, obviously all English-speaking countries. But we do not have any apps that are the primary languages in a language other than English yet, but something we can easily do. So just contact us anytime, Pedro. Okay, Karen asked, is there a charge per language, or is it only one charge for as many languages as you want? That's a great question. If there is a charge, it's just for multilingual functionality. There is no charge per language. It's one flat fee, and it's as many languages as you would like, as you need for your community. Okay, and Francis asked, once we translate the template and send it to Boopsie, will the patrons be seeing a collection in their chosen language? That's another great question. Basically, the limit there is from the catalog. So we won't translate the entire catalog, the entire ILS. We can translate everything in your app up to that point. So if they search in their native language, it will turn up whatever you have in your catalog in that language. We can't actually affect the ILS. So, but that's a great question. Some apps go deeper than others. So one of the apps, Multilingual, has basically that first screen translated, and they go deeper than that on a couple of channels. But you can go basically as deep as you like up until the catalog itself. Okay, great questions. And again, you feel free to call or email anytime, Brian@boopsie.com, B-R-Y-A-N. But I think that is all the questions for now. So again, thank you very, very much for joining. Hope hope to see you in 2 weeks. If you do need some marketing help, and keep an eye out on the website for upcoming product webinars and marketing webinars as well. Thanks again. Have a great rest of the week and a great holiday season as well.